Okay, so good morning. It's another great day in Liberia, and I want to welcome you to Her Voice radio program. Yes, okay. So, so good morning, and welcome to Her Voice. This is a 1 hour program brought to you by Water Aid Liberia together with the Liberia Wash Consortium. And this program is aired on Truth FM every Tuesday 11 a.m. to 12. Her voice provides the opportunity to discuss issues related to water, sanitation, and hygiene. And usually we say wash for short. Yeah, wash for short. So her voice provide the opportunity. We discuss, like I said, issues related to wash, and we aim to share knowledge and information, influence good decision making, encourage collaboration, and generate ideas to enhance women's access to sustainable health services through clean water, proper sanitation, good hygiene practices, nutrition, and sexual reproductive health and rights. Yes, sexual reproductive health and rights. So today we are so fortunate. Today we are going to have with us um, Tumetekwe. Tumetekwe is the head of a Secretariat um, WASH Legislative Caucus. Yes, so we're going to be getting update on the budget, what is allocated in the budget for a WASH. Remember, remember, this government, one of the top priorities of this government is sanitation. Yes, and as such, it needs to be prioritized. It needs to be funded because we have this sector has been and currently seriously challenged. So we need uh, a collaborative effort to ensure that we we fight together. We do what is appropriate. It is not should not only rest on the shoulders of international community, but to ensure that we ourselves put in some time. Yes, we ourselves put in some time. So put in some efforts, put in funding so that we can be able to um so we can be able to address these issues. So we can we can address these issues. So I want to welcome you to State of the Nation. Yes, want to welcome you to State of the Nation. I'm sorry for all of the sticking, and we're having some little technical, but we are working on it to ensure that we have a wonderful time. Rest assured, we're going to have a wonderful time together. But on a serious note, this is seriously concerning. Yes, this is seriously concerning, and there should not only be one group of people advocating to have sufficient funding for this sector. As we may all be aware, we've seriously been, we seriously been, this sector has seriously been challenged. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Yes. So, like I said, what's allocated in the budget for the WASH sector, you're going to hear more of that. Who are those who are prioritizing? They fight for to have adequate yes, adequate of funding in the budget, you're going to hear more of that. So I want to welcome you to Her Voice Radio program, and we're going to have a wonderful time together. So once again, I'm Magdalene Finassa, and I'm here with Princess Zuza. Princess, how you doing this morning?
I'm fine, Magdalene. And you? How you
I'm
slept?
seeing you writing her voice here, but this
You,
is her voice. I said, what did I
yes,
say?
you said State of the Nation.
Oh my God! Oh, okay. I said,
You said State
yeah.
of the Nation. Anyway,
Oh,
it was giving little problems,
oh,
so we got you
okay.
distracted. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Well, I mean, State of the Nation
You're
is
always on your mind.
yeah, it's 4 years and still counting. So want to welcome you, and I feel so glad to be alive this morning. Appreciate God for His goodness, His grace, and mercy. How was your night?
My night was great, and I bless God so much because this month is a month to remember my birth month.
Oh, wait, I didn't pass away for now. You want
Because
see,
of my birth
you want
month.
see her present doing her face and worshiping and all, but
Yes, because I
anyway,
know the month will be
it's
plenty money.
only money you want. No money. Oh my God. Anyway, your wish, but well, I wish you long life, peace,
Thank you.
and good health.
Amen.
Yes, and I wish that God will turn, if you get a stony heart, to the heart of flesh. I don't know whether you get stony. So I want to welcome you, and let's take this short break, and we'll be right back.
Oh, check your State of the Nation. State of the Nation.
Mm. Oh, Josie, you said sit on the show. Okay, thank you. Thanks to everyone. I mean, I'm receiving messages. I'm sorry. This is her voice. I was a little bit distracted because we were working on one or two keys here, and well, this is her voice, and it's sponsored by Water Aid Liberia. So, I want to say thanks to our sponsor, Water Aid Liberia, with the Liberia Watch Consortium, with funding from Irish Aid. So, we are glad to be here. With no waste of time, it's 9 minutes after 10 minutes after 11 this morning. Let's now join our guest. But before we can take our guest, let's get this let's get this message from It's not sure. It's not sure.
Yes, Dennis. Mama, you always telling me that you finish cooking, so be careful when we keep our food and to wash the dishes with soap and clean water and keep it in a clean dish rack. Why, Mama? Because according to the Tata people, it is good for us to cover our food properly and put it in a clean and safe place so rats, roaches, ants, or flies and other animals can sit down on it and leave stains on the food to make us sick. But you, Mama, oh yes, Dennis. According to the Tata people, we must always wash our dishes with soap and clean water. Put them on a dish rack so that rats, roaches, ants, or flies and other animals can sit down on it and leave germs on the food to make us sick. Thank you, Mama, for telling me this. From now on, you will take care of our food and dishes so that rats, roaches, ants, flies, and other animals can sit on it to make us sick. So I want everybody to always cover their food properly, wash their dishes with soap and clean water, and put it on a dish rack so that animals can put it in it. Then it will prevent sickness. You see?
Okay, so we want to welcome you back. Thanks to Elijah Zize, who is here giving us all of the technical support. All right, so no waste of time. Let's now join our guest. He's the head of the secretariat at the WASH Legislative Caucus. I hope I'm getting it right. So it's good to have you on this morning.
Thank you so much. I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, there's a feedback. We're working on it. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, so it's good to have you on.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are working on it. We are actually working working on it. Okay, so it's good to have you on, like I said.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so today we're going to be looking at what is allocated in a budget for the WASH sector, whether it is something that we should be celebrating or whether we should advocate more. And we are very concerned when it comes to the upper, the lower, and the upper house. What actually are they doing to ensure that we have a robust sector? Because we cannot a country that doesn't prioritize the water sector of water sanitation and hygiene I mean, meaning it's not going to be, I don't want to use negative word, but I mean that's just a reality. But let me just hold on and go back to Timothy. Timothy, are you there? You okay?
I'm here. Just that.
Okay, very good. I think it's okay now. Thank you, Elijah. Yes, just introduce yourself, and yeah, if you have any additional information to tell us this morning.
Again, the name remains Timothy Ware, and currently heading the secretariat of the WASH Caucus and Standing Committee on WASH and Environment. I'm also the executive director of United Youth. Today, I mean, it's a sad day, a dark day for Liberia, for the fact that while I am in this studio, you experience a heavy downpour of rain this morning. And there are a lot of water sources that have been polluted, that have been contaminated. There are children that are entering classes this morning without good sanitation facilities.
Mhm.
There are girls who even cannot enter those classes because there's no good bathroom to accommodate them. And you have the Liberian Senate I mean, abandoning the fight to improve access to safe drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene is a sad day for our country. It's actually, you can imagine how the host of errors will not think about the lives of the people. Most importantly, we are in Mosorado, but let's think about the rural counties where you have people still drinking from running water all around. And you have women, pregnant women traveling distance to get water that is not even safe. You got hospitals that are giving birth to women. Women are giving birth in a hospital where they got no access to water. Family member will have to go out to fetch water before their relatives can give birth. You have number of children who die every second in this country because there is no safe drinking water. Diarrhea and other waterborne diseases are killing people in the country. And you have the house of elders that we look up to improve the lives of the country, say no to wash. I mean, it's a sad day for our country, and we have come as civil society organizations to call on the House of Elders to consider their decision and to also call on the president. Remember that in the arrest agenda, we have sanitation as a pillar. And the action of the Senate, if that action will be endorsed by the president, then it means that the government going to honor its own development agenda. So we are here to, I mean, this happened before in 2023 where we experienced the same kind of situation. 500,000, a little 500,000 were allocated to improve the sanitation condition in this country. That money disappeared in the national budget. Today we are here with the advocacy of our civil society partners, our international partners. The standing committee were able to see the need to put 300,000 in the budget just to test the water and see what can the wash commission, what can the wash sector do? Because looking at the policy of the wash sector, that's a revenue generating entity. But you have staff at that entity at the wash commission, to be specific, and other ministry and agencies that the public works, the education, that only take salary, they got nothing to do. Why? Because the government has not seen the need to put these people to work. We only consent to pay staff salary, but we are not here to know what work are they doing. And we don't empower them to give them the necessary job to do, by giving them the necessary finance to do their work. I mean, nothing we can get from out of the sector when the government don't put her feet down to ensure that money is provided. And there is a life-saving situation. I will sit in the station today. I'm affected. My families are affected, and people who listening to this station in the communities from West Point, from Slayway, from the counties, they are also affected. Let's think about the flood situation currently in the country. I mean, it's a sad day that the House of Senate will look at 150,000 that were allocated to start the work of wash in this country, to say no, it is not necessary, and so they erase that amount from the national budget. I can just imagine, man.
No, can you say allegedly? Has this been confirmed?
I mean,
budget?
The chair of the Standing Committee, Honorable Williams, and the chair of the Wash Caucus and co-chair of the Senate Committee, Honorable Goshra, officially informed the Wash sector there was a symposium here currently organized by the Wash Commission, at the Cape Hotel, and that revelation was made by the chair of the Senate Committee, Honorable Williams, and he was so frustrated for the fact that he was also fed on the floor of the House of Representatives just to have that allocation done. It was approved by the House of Representatives only to go to the Senate, and that money was erased totally in the national budget. It's a sad day. So it means that in the 2025 budget that is currently ongoing, it's a zero for the wash sector. It's a zero, and we can't treat ourselves like this. We
So-
cannot continue to treat ourselves like. Are we saying that the partner money they put into the sector is that important? Are we saying that the international community support to the water sector is that important? We have a study, the recent assessment are telling us that over 98% of resources that come to the water sector come from international partners. What kind of serious country is this? That you put all of your responsibility on international partners, and when we go to those international events, those forums, you have international partners and other countries looking down on Liberia because we cannot take ownership, we can't take responsibility of our own initiative in this country. Is that how we'll continue to live?
So
It's frustrating.
Did it give substantial reasons why they removed it? I mean, you said the Honorable Thomas Joshua revealed at a symposium. Yeah, so okay, but did it come up with any substantial reason?
I mean,
Why
the general concept about the sector over the years, since 10, 11 years back, has been okay. WASH is about international support. WASH, even at the level of the ministries, you have Ministry of Public Works that have rural WASH department under the community services. When the budgeting process is ongoing, when that department submit a budget to the controller, when it reach at the level of the minister, it is all about, look, they got international support. So are we saying that the international support is not necessary for our country, or the people don't have use for their resources? Are we continue to depend on international company? What happens if you don't have water aid tomorrow in the country? What happens if the USAID project come to an end in the country? What happened when the Oxfam that left the country today? What happened to the projects that were implemented by those institutions, and that those projects are currently ongoing? How do we expect the WASH Commission to carry on her function to monitor the sector, to regulate the sector, when you have only staff who are trained but have no capacity, have no support to carry on their work, their duty? How are we going to ensure that the projects that are ongoing in Riverside, in Lofa, in Lokwatu, and other parts of the countries are going to be well monitored when the WASH Commission and other agencies who are responsible to carry on monitoring don't have the necessary funding?
So
why should we pay people and we don't give them responsibility? Now, let me tell you, when you invest in the WASH sector, you have the opportunity to, when you put in $1, you have the opportunity to get $5 in return. The sector is a revenue generating agency. So people, with support from the USAID, we have developed a regulatory framework. That framework should generate sufficient resources. How are we going to do that when you have a budget that has nothing to have to do with water, sanitation, hygiene? Look at the lives of the people. Look at the number of children that are dying under 5. Let's look at the stunting rate of this country. Let's look around us. When we are driving to go to our counties as senators, when we visit our villages as senators, let's see the numbers of people that run to us for safe drinking water. I mean, we need to think beyond this, depending on international partners. It is not helping us. It will not help this country. We need to take ownership. We know, we are aware that we have constraints in terms of resources and mobilization in country. But we have to demonstrate that domestic capacity, that we are able as a country, that when partners are addressing our situation, we too need to be there to butcher the partner efforts. You can have over $30 million coming from USAID just for sanitation project, and the government cannot put 1 cent in the budget for sanitation. It is frustrating. We visited Sierra Leone recently with the vice president on a learning visit. Guess what happened? The government of Sierra Leone is putting matching funds, and that's what all serious government are doing right now across the world.
okay,
You have a lot of emergency across the world. It is not only Liberia that the international partner will continue to support. So we need to take ownership. They need to come to the attention of our lawmakers, the Senate.
Okay, so every $1 invested in the water and sanitation can lead to a return or reduce in let's say return $4.
Sure.
So every time you invest $1, you got $4 in return.
That's what the study says from the World Bank.
Yes. So well, let's break it down for our people to understand, right? So the last 2023, the what was allocated in the budget, 500,000, and it was
in 2023, the Ministry of Finance asked the sector to develop a plan because we needed to demonstrate. In the PAPD, it was
you got 500,000 got busy.
I mean, that's what I'm driving to.
Yeah.
We have the Minister of Finance requested that we submit a plan of 500,000 to support the water sector and carry on her functions. That plan was submitted. That funding was allocated in the 2023 budget, approved by the legislature.
So
we need to find out that money was reduced to 250,000. And on another point, we also were informed that look, the sector is not matter to the government of Liberia, so that was also totally erased. It was used for different purpose according to the government at the time.
Okay,
now you have a new government that's trying to follow even worse.
Timothy, let's take it easy. We want our people to understand. So now the 300,000 was allocated in the budget. Is it in the recast budget?
The 300,000 was allocated. That was what we proposed
previously.
Yes, as a sector in the recast budget, and when that budget went on the floor of the representatives, it was debated. Some people, even at the House of Representatives, some people go against that, and they have to reduce it to 150,000.
Okay. So from 300,000 proposed, when it went to our representatives, they reduced it to 150,000.
Yeah. So
that 150,000 was also sent to the House of Senate, and they removed it. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yes, they removed it. They thought that that is not just necessary for them to consider. And I don't know actually what the Senate was thinking about, but we can't really get over that. We can't get over that. You have a country that you have a lot of challenges that affect the sector. Look, you cannot improve the health sector when the sanitation and hygiene condition of the country is not well improved. You can't get investors coming here when our cities are dirty. You say you got no drinking water, and you expect investors to come here. You are not serious. So to have the House of Senate, the Liberian Senate canceling 150,000 just in a little amount to buttress the effort of the sector, it's frustrating, it's disappointing, and I think the Senate need to rethink their decision with respect to that.
Yeah,
okay. So what impact will this removal have on the economic growth of WASH and public service in Liberia?
As I speak to you now, my sister, there are many women who can't even afford, that struggling to take their children to the hospital. And let me tell you, most of the clinic and hospital you go to now, they will tell you, say, deport it. You know what causes those problems? They are waterborne diseases that are affecting those children. There's no good drinking water in our communities. The hygiene condition is poor. You have over 35 to 40% of our country population so pooping ulcer. We call it open defecation. The situation is just terrible for our country. And at this point, and you still have the hearts of elders don't see the need. We are thinking about the water sector carrying more budget with respect to other sectors, because you know what? When you deal with issue within the water sector, you will reduce the burden on health. You will reduce the burden on education. You will reduce the burden. You will improve productivity in the agriculture sector. We want to improve agriculture when the people are sick. Are they able to go to work? Those lawmakers, I mean, you go in your office and you see safe drinking water on your very desks. And some of them, all of the time they visiting, when the people are calling on them, it is not their right to construct hand pumps, to construct toilets, But whenever they go for those campaign tour, people will run to them. People will demand, we want hand pump, we want toilet, and it is not the work of the lawmakers. So we have deemed it necessary to reduce the burden on the lawmaker. That's why we are advocating for that to be done through the national budget.
But
Put money in the budget so that the executive can carry on those functions. But if you refuse to do that, the people will continue to cry on you, and that is not your responsibility.
It's actually sad to know that you are trying to buttress their effort, but they don't see it, because even at the House of Representatives, they proposed a budget it was actually reduced to 150,000 from 300,000, as you stated, to 150,000. And at the Senate, which of course we would do our investigation to get to ascertain all of the information surrounding the removal of the 150,000 within the recast budget. But who represents the WASH caucus at the Senate?
Currently, during the last before the elections, we have Senator Kape that was chairing the caucus. But since the election, we are finding it a little bit difficult to have the Senate included. Right now, we only have members of the representatives, the House of Representatives, who are part of the caucus. We are trying by all means. Now that we have achieved the establishment of a Senate committee, we are now pushing to have the House of Senate involved, the LaBrenne Senate involved into the WASH activities of the country. We have a majority of them currently that sign onto our pledge cards. They are yet to officially join the caucus, which is a platform that will ensure that water, sanitation, hygiene is highlighted at the level of the LaBrenne Senate. And so we are still carrying on that advocacy. But the recent action, but just saying no to the sector in terms of financing, I mean, it's just something that the ordinary Liberian cannot imagine. Most especially that poor woman from Riverside County, my county, where I'm coming from, where there's no hemp pumps in our county or in our village, will not even imagine that a senator from Riverside, a senator from Mosorado County, a well-populated county with a lot of province, compounded province that affect the population, and people from Riverside, senator from Riverside will say no. Look at Wapolu, where you have difficulties in accessing some of those villages. You have to ride to get to some of those areas that do not even have safe drinking water. And senator from those county will be abandoning the water and sanitation sector. That is something that will require rethinking about their decision to see how best they can do something better for the Liberian people. We look up to them, to improve the lives of the people. And those things should be done through the national budget. When we fail to empower our government through the national budget, we will have more bread. Go and visit some of the lawmakers' home and see the number of people that are lining up, begging. And some of those people that come to their houses, there are people who come to get money to go and carry their children a hospital bill. You check the record, do your own survey, and you will know. Why causing no disease is because no safe drinking water. It is because people poo outside the flat, sit on it, and can wrapper in the house and sit on the food. The child ate the food and running stomach and all kind of waterborne diseases affecting malaria, affecting the children. As I speak, as I'm in the studio right now, there are children that are dying right now on the bed. There are mothers that are crying in the hospital because they lost their child. It's frustrating. So when you cut in the budget of WASH, it means that you are increasing the death rate, because currently now, according to reports, we have over 3,000 persons dying every year due to poor sanitation and lack of safe drinking water. Of that number, you have majority of them, they are children on fire. That woman that crying right now in our hospital for her baby, it is because as a result of the Senate saying no to providing water in the clinic. That decision that you made to cut down, to remove that budget from the national budget is about telling now that a single woman who don't have access to safe drinking water to die in that condition. Is that what the Liberian Senate saying to us?
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you just think about it and feel the pain. It has been so long that we can see change coming in the sector. And it's just frustrating. Some of us who are passionate about the sector, who go into the community, who experience the pain of our mothers, our sisters. I mean, it's just frustrating to see that our leaders do not pay attention and just pay their ear to this thing. Our international community money is not free money. They have taxpayer money in other countries that they send in the country.
Yeah.
So to support water and sanitation, it should be the sole responsibility of our government and not to depend on international community to come here and provide water. I mean, we in a modest country setting, the president said he will not, dedicate him for. If you will not dedicate him for, it means that you got to invest more. To build one water tower, you need up to 35 to 40,000. It's not about joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not joking here.
Okay. So we have Timothy Kwe. He's the head of the Secretariat, WASH Legislative Caucus, and he's also the executive director of United Youth. And we are discussing what is actually allocated in the budget for the WASH sector. Is nothing, and it has allegedly been removed. So ourselves, we have the responsibility to go about doing investigation to find out, oh, my people, why you say you took the money, the 150 that was allocated in the recast, I know you're talking from there. We have to find out from the Senate, and we also need to know why there is no representative at the representing the WASH caucus at the Senate. Because if you have someone who is representing the caucus, representing the caucus at the Senate, there will be some level of advocacy. So meaning, well, I don't want to say what I want to say right now, but let me just leave it because it's a bit disappointing. But we're going to do our investigation and find out why, if they have some, substantive reasons why they had to allegedly remove the 150 thousand from the budget. You say you had a question? You're about to take course now.
Yeah, because and Timothy, so what do you think? Were there any public or political reactions to the Senate decisions on the removal of the budget on WASH?
So, majority of the concerned civil society working in the WASH sector, we have there have been a lot of press releases which I shared with this station before coming. Some international partners have also expressed disappointment about this situation. Tomorrow there will be a mass civil society meeting. And we'll be discussing, coming up with an official statement and position statement on this matter. I mean, we actually we are disappointed, and we think that with the efforts of the Standing Committee to ensure that people benefit from the Liberian national budget by providing safe drinking water, we need to demonstrate that political will. And we are going to be coming up very soon from the civil society point of view as to what we mean by supporting the arrest agenda. This decision undermines the arrest agenda, and we want to call on the president not to endorse the budget. The budget should be sent back. The recast budget should be sent back, and that correction should be made. It is a life-saving situation that we're discussing. When you have people all around here sick, who are you going to represent as senator in your counties? When you have people all around here sick, who will benefit from the arrest agenda that we're talking about? We need a healthy society. We need a healthy community to make sure that our economies and our agriculture sector and all other sectors can grow better, like what we want to see. So we are going to come up very soon for our tomorrow meeting with respect to the next steps.
So just to let our people know in simple terms, I think you have been following the money that in the budget, what we get in our cash buy. The money we get in that's supposed to, every time you call, you say, oh, the other community, doesn't have hand pump or pipe-borne water,
Yeah,
right?
pipe and water,
We get
free
water, we
raising.
get water, so we get
Mhm.
water on the other side, and the toilet facilities, we get it, and I mean, it the only reason is that we don't have enough money. We don't have enough money in the budget to carry on these projects. That's why you don't have water in your communities. And then the money that were put in the budget,
It was not already plenty.
they were not plenty. But when it went to your lawmakers, the representatives, they cut it down to 150,000. Previously, first, it was 300,000. And then they went to the representatives and you voted.
Yeah, that's
Let me
right
put it
way.
that
Yeah.
way. And they reduced it to 150,000. Then they also went to the House of Elders, the
The Senate,
senators.
yeah.
Yeah. And then, because I haven't done my own independent investigation, I want to say allegedly, because I feel like, it doesn't make sense to remove everything
you.
from in the
Yes.
but I'm still
Trying to
being
process
baffled.
it, yeah.
I'm still trying to process it through my medulla oblongata.
Okay, you say you're breaking it down for people.
Yeah, I'm still trying to process it because it's something that I cannot just comprehend. Because so I will do my own independent investigation and find out, whether it was actually removed and why was it removed. Yes, we have to know. So I mean, it's open. If you have any question, any additional information to help us with, and the line is open. I mean,
Yeah.
just announce it number, please.
0777285961. 0777285961.
So we'll take calls and yes, 077728. Yeah, take the first caller, Princess. Hello? Yes, sir.
Okay, Bodo, I call for conversation.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
All right, so we thank the gentleman there for giving all the information and coming to the point of saying allegedly that they sent to remove the legal 160,000 for the WASH commission. I see it as a result of disrespect to our hygiene. It's happened to us around at that level of decency. People don't want to practice it. It's a clear example. If you even went to that legislature and you want to ease yourself, and one way or other you have for bathroom, they will tell you to go up at the back of the building on the wall. That labro bathroom, labro men will get bathroom in the house, and someone won't pee before you tell the person inside your house pee, and why the bathroom in the house.
Where now? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the legislature. If you went there, why do we want to
when last you went there?
Come again?
I said when last you went there?
Many of time. Go there and and have a situation where you want to use a little room and have a bathroom.
Because I'm sorry, but I've been going there and right where I've used the bathroom. They got women who are assigned there, but I don't know where you actually been going.
Your situation could be different from mine. I'm saying,
okay.
And many of the time, other people have gone there. Maybe another person will call and say,
okay, all right.
So you don't know about labro bathroom, the bathroom where?
No, I know about it, but I just want to tell you that I have used bathrooms there.
That I say your home is unique to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you the respect of people having washed.
Okay.
In other places, if you went in public area, they got decent bathroom. Even on the street, the parapet, you go somewhere around Broad Street.
Yeah, that's what we advocating for. But I just giving my own personal experience. All right, thank you, Chief.
I'm calling according to the show to buttress.
No, I don't want to sit here and you just say something without me telling you my own experience. And even though we are all trying to get the best, but I have experienced it. And you went there, right? Okay.
All right, so thank you.
Okay.
All right.
I mean Chief, there's no issue. You gave your experience. I'm telling you that I have gone there and I've seen this.
SQ is coming to dispute my experience.
No, I'm sorry.
You're not calling in. You should have said your experience. You're not saying the show about your
No, but I cannot sit here and just allow. No, we cannot. No, Chief. I mean, let me allow you to go. I will not sit here and just agree to everything you have to say because you take your time to call. I respect you, but we can't agree to everything.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sister. How are you?
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay. My name is Samuel Sayer. I'm calling from the bypass.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the show, and I want to express my appreciation to the brother in studio. Look, my sister, sometimes we feel saddened of why God sent us on the side to a place called Liberia. Look, when you travel to other places and you see, and what you see is exactly right. The people are sick because our government is not putting in real resources on some sector that are important. And the help of the people, look, I work with a local NGO, my sister, and I travel to all of the 16 counties in Liberia. When you see the condition of our people, you will cry. Our people are living in destitute. Drinking water, you will see some of the water they drink in. You will feel bad. Even some of the sicknesses in those areas, almost common disease that can be curable. It will kill babies, it will kill mothers, it will kill people. And I want to support it. Our government, try to do their best to help us, man. We tired suffering. Suffering.
Thank you.
Tired suffering.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Let's take another caller. Just have a word for your monitor. Okay, but we can't have you on. This is really disturbing. Hello? Oh, we'll have to let you go. I'm sorry, but we'll have to let you go. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, madam. This is Amos Yuma, calling from Johnson Facility.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Yeah, I want to applaud the guys in the studio there that are bringing those various points, but I'm very disappointed when it comes to representative the senator that remove the sanitation act into law. So I don't know why we voted for these people. These are things that people really dying every day, as he said. If you check in the various hospitals, people are dying because of the poor sanitation. So I'm very disappointed. So we ask them for a rating to make sure that is become part of the budget.
Okay, sir. Thanks so kindly for so we have let me take another caller here. Hello.
Good morning, Madam Sir.
Morning, you're on the radio.
My friend calling the radio. I
Oh,
don't know the number.
Okay.
I want to participate in this conversation.
Yeah, what's your name, please?
Oh, I'm Wilson Nelson calling from Arai.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Madam Sir, your guest.
But Chief, there's so much feedback. Can you put the monitor off so we can get you?
Okay, I'll call you out.
Oh, my people, you can use it now.
Sorry.
Yeah, Chief, you go.
So, your single guests have said everything. And for why he speaks, actually, he spoke with compassion. It's just a matter of time, but God is still looking up to this country here. The way people being treated in this country, you just imagine. Look at this country like just how independent, China. Yes, from 1949, look at 1847 to this time.
Mm-hmm.
And look at our own country. People are suffering, and we need our president to come in. Those common needed things, our people are not getting it. And it's very bad.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chief. We're going to let you go soon because your background is noisy, Mr.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
I'm Maurice PC Master. We're calling from Fort Royal, District 17.
Yes, sir.
You see, our government and our past leaders, they don't have time for the citizen. Time for election, they will come and say all the street sugar they get in a month and the one that they left in the crosshair, they will bring everything and put it in for us. And at the end of the day, when we flip them, they get into power, they turn their back on us or they kick us with their bad shoes. with their shoes at the back. They won't kick you to the front though. Because when they kick you to the front, they will continue to see you. They will kick you at the back. As I've never seen. But somehow we have traveled the whole of the 15 countries or 16 countries are working with ICRC, Geneva, for almost 6 or 7 years from now, UNICEF, Oxfam, GB, Arico. And we saw other people who had activities on our side. The government of public toilet, public bathroom for people on the street.
Yeah.
But some places in China you're working with peace genuine. You're looking for a place to go peace. Then when you go peace, they say the police car, why you have to peace here because you didn't see no one's with people here. So I should people on myself. And they're getting all the thousand of money. One person saying that getting 45,000, 50,000 buying car, 141,000 buying car.
It's actually disturbing. So disturbing. Okay, thank you.
I'm trying to build some public toilet in the district and in the communities.
Okay.
Tomorrow, when you decide to give it power, the poor guy say, no, this man he's so kind, he did something, something. We need to re-elect him and you do more than what he did for us. But putting to our only care for the thing that you're never trying to put there, the 4 3 more, they send all the family from like bro, they go live in other countries. Then only they don't want to like getting free money to put in the people on our side. That house will live in the country, my family, our country, almost to the some person in my house. I would never vote for no person representing the country again. Bye-bye.
Take it easy. When I talk, I will encourage you, Chief. Yeah. No, but I mean, take another call.
Hello? Okay. Walk away from your monitor.
Okay. So it's so simple. You can't be on the radio and then you won't be hearing yourself. Did you say y'all want for our ears to be affected? Y'all affect our hearing. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm fine.
I guess I'm a little bit terrific.
From where?
I'm calling from Rehab, South near Joe Warehouse.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, my corner I have with our people in this country is this. We are not citizens. By the people, for the people, and of the people. They were elected, but they don't have any mind for us. And the budgetary resolution that we have got this, you did a budget to see the masses of the people. Hello?
Yeah, Chief, you got 50 more seconds.
Yeah, because when we should be on the land, so I will hurry up to your conclude. Sorry for that. The man is Steve Masajala.
Okay, Chief.
Our people are not sincere. What the reason being is this. We let them to see our welfare. In the budget, when they allocate for budget, their own is the domain of our law and oversight. I know all those people here. Every day, I'm not there to be rude there, but that's okay. But then, why I'm going to get rid of us? People are in the hospital are dying. Slowly.
Okay.
Money for them. Would they put in small money and send it to the hospital? They are destitute and wanted. They can send this money, they are not eating. For it.
Okay. All right, Chief. Thank you. Okay. All right, Chief. Thank you. Thanks for placing your call. Hello. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Sister Evelyn. Calling from Duazon.
Okay.
Yes, I just want to tell you that the government have to try for the grandmother people.
Okay.
About this one time with my grandmother era, I went to the creek. People are washing to the creek, drinking out water. They close the drink to the creek. They close all over the creek. Then they're taking that same water, drinking it.
Which part of Grand Passa is that?
Number 1 compound.
And what's the name of the creek? Do you have an idea?
No.
Okay. Number 1 compound. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's so sad. But I just wanted you to be specific with the location, so people listening, so we can all take note and be part of our record. Okay, thank you. Last caller. Last caller. Okay, so I'm sorry, we can't take calls again. We got 3 more minutes to go, and I think Timothy have been taking a record. And just to talk, I know our father and our brother who called, and we frown on these things we frown on our leaders when they are not doing what is appropriate, and we can just sit here and you just say, things that you've experienced. I gave my own experience. I'm not saying you are lying. I respect you. You took your time, you placed in your call. I'm not saying you're lying. If you know the kind of documentary I'm currently working on, the pictures I got in my possession, you will be, you will be very, very surprised. So it is about saying what is in the truth. I'm not saying you can't say on the wall, but maybe you did not ask, or maybe where you were, I didn't know Bible, but where I have been going at Timothy, you work at the place over there.
Yeah. So
Please give us some detail about the toilet issue at the legislature.
So first, we want to say thanks to all the callers, and from the statistics, we notice that everyone listening to this today, they are very downhearted. With respect to the guy who called, from the past, they have been very terrible in terms of sanitation at the capital. But then, in recent time, most especially under the new leadership, and that's what we can get. Under the new leadership, they have instructed, they have put more emphasis on improving the sanitation condition at the capital, at the House of Representatives and the Senate. And right now, you have running water at that place. So we now needed to see that reflected in the various communities, in the various counties, and by putting money into the national budget. So the sanitation condition is much improving at the Capitol building, but that need to be seen through the national budget so that it can be reflected back home.
Thank you.
So to leave you, we need to be intentional for our development, and the budget will determine the outcome of what we want to see. If somebody see about budget, they will need to see clearly, and those little things, the water sanitation that you consider to be little, that's what matter most in the lives of the common people. So we need to pay attention to that.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I just been so sad for the whole since I got the news last week. I just been so sad. It's so frustrating. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. And I can remember at some point when we went there and they got to know that I'm from Truth FM, they were all calling me to go and see the Bible, right? You were there, right? Okay. So thank you so much. Yes, we have to go. We have to go. This is, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, so see you on next week. It's going to be a wonderful time. Good night. Goodbye.